Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Low Scroll Tom, and today I'm going to transfer you from being a noob to being an all-out war hero. With just a few tricks, you're going to stand out above the rest. So stick around, take some notes, let's go. Alright, so before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to DJ Garuchik. He did come by Motherfuckers and did a live stream in the clan. He does do custom bases on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. And he does live streams on Twitch every Sunday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you get the chance, go by Twitch, check him out. He has great content. Alright, so the first thing in my bag of tricks, I got a little clip for you to look through and try to understand how to properly use the lightning spells. A lot of people get confused on the placement, so I want you to watch this clip and understand it, and it will tremendously improve your attacks when using lightning. Next up, I got the clone trick. A lot of people don't know about this. I actually came across this while just playing around doing some friendly challenges. But the trick behind the clone spells is that when you drop a clone spell, as long as the troop is within the circumference, they will spawn in the middle of the spell. So as you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some bowlers. This is just a demonstration. The number of spells and the troop setups do not apply to every attack. I'm going to drop a clone spell so the bowlers are within the circle, but the center of the spell is on the other side of the wall. Here's another example. I'm using the Valks, dropping the center of the spell on the opposite side of the wall from which the Valks are, and as you can see, the clone Valks spawn on the other side without having to necessarily break the wall to begin with. So if you can utilize this, it will help you get through walls without wall breakers. And finally, one more example showing you with the P.E.K.K.A.s. As long as your clone spell is upgraded and can hold the housing space for the troop you're trying to clone. As you can see, my P.E.K.K.A. spawned on the opposite side of the wall while the first one was trying to break through the wall. So it does take 3 spell space, but if you utilize it properly, you can get tremendous value using this trick. Next up, I got what I call the drive-by warden trick. I've never seen this done before. This is actually something I was playing with and practicing. It works well with ground. It can be on any attack, but preferably ground, just because you want your warden to kind of stay with your troops on the outside of the base, and air troops tend to go over walls. So you're going to see here the warden aura is pretty wide, and as he makes his way following the troops and the queen, his aura is just outside the town hall, which you can drop a rage, some skelly spells. In this case, I dropped the earthquake and popped my warden ability, so all those skeletons are having some form of invincibility while under rage. and they're gonna take down that town hall, and none of your initial troops had to ever get close to it. So it works well with Town Hall 13 to avoid the Giga Bomb, and it works in the free spell, and it works well on Town Hall 14 to avoid the bomb and the poison spell. So I'll drop a Quake, Rage, Skelly spells, and then pop the Warden ability, because you want the skeletons to spawn invincible, and that will help you take down the Town Hall without ever having to get near it. Here's one you may or may not know about. We got the Skelly Donut trick. A lot of you may be aware of this, but it's basically using skeleton spells invisible while under rage, and you're gonna get 2 high value defensive buildings at the same time. You're gonna use a lot of spells using this trick, but that's why you want to target 2 high value buildings. In this case, I'm gonna grab the Scatter Shot and the Clan Castle. When you do this, you want the 2 buildings to be within 6 to 7 tiles away from each other, because while using the invisibility spell, you need to drop the invisibility spell at least 3 tiles away from the building in which you're trying to take down, while keeping the skeletons invisible. So I know that sounds confusing, but just make sure you're going 3 tiles away from the building in which you're trying to destroy. Next, I want to go over the Super Sneaky Goblin trick. This trick can be used whether you're going with ground or air. It's a phase in itself, but the idea is to use Sneaky Goblins to take down any loot buildings, whether that's collectors or storages, and then finally taking down the Town Hall using Sneaky Goblins, since the Town Hall itself is a storage. So before you go directly into the Town Hall, you want to make sure you test the surrounding area with maybe 1 or 2 Sneaky Goblins spread out to pull any traps, and then go full force with your Sneaky Goblins, whether it's between 5 or 7, and then use an invisibility spell. Remember, 3 tiles away from the Town Hall, and it will allow the Sneaky Goblins to stay invisible long enough to take down the Town Hall. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull some traps, drop a couple more just to verify there's no more traps, and then go ahead and send in the remainder, or I guess a few more Sneaky Goblins, to ensure that I'm gonna get that Town Hall down. The goblins only have 5 seconds of initial invisibility, so that's the reason behind dropping this invisibility spell on top of them, because they will appear before the Town Hall goes down, and then the Town Hall itself will take them down. So you don't want to fail this trick. Just use 1 spell space to ensure you get that Town Hall down. So as I was coming up with these tricks to help you better at your attacking, I did come across one more trinket I think you might be interested, and here's a little bonus for you. When using the Royal Champion's ability, it counts each skeleton from a skeleton trap as an individual building. So instead of hitting 4 buildings, it hits the elixir storage and then 3 skeletons from this trap, and it just ends there. So just keep that in mind. If you see a skeleton trap appearing, you might want to avoid using her ability, because it might waste on skeletons instead of actually hitting defensive buildings. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you saw something you did not know, please smash that like button. Comment down below which of these tricks you might want to try to practice on, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.